Hello and welcome back to Quick Looks at the Casual Hour. I'm Bobby, and joining me, the man who caused this problem in my life, Chase Kinnicky. Chase, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great, Bobby, because we're here looking at what I think strong contender. Number one contender? Strong contender for Game of the Year.
I would agree. We're playing Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. Now, there's been this kind of long-standing joke back and forth with you and me and our co-host Johnny about Monster Hunter. Johnny and I like Monster Hunter.
Correct.
You like Monster Hunter, but not the same type of Monster Hunter as us.
Right.
And you said earlier in the year when Monster Hunter Rise came out for the Switch that, hey, I want nothing to do with that. I'm waiting for the real Monster Hunter game. And we're like, no, it's already out. We're playing it. It's called Monster Hunter Rise. And they put out a demo for Monster Hunter Story 2, Wings of Ruin. And I think that I might be playing the real Monster Hunter game now as well.
There it is. There it is. I like it. I mean, this goes further back than that. I mean, I played Monster Hunter before you even knew Monster Hunter was a thing.
Right.
Back on the 3DS, I had Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and didn't love it because one, I was playing alone, and despite having the Palico that could do a couple things for you, I just wasn't having a lot of fun doing that. Also, I had Fire Emblem Awakening at the time, and it's like, well, why would I play
anything
a bad
else?
Monster Hunter game when I can just play more of one of the best games ever? So that's where that landed. And then Monster Hunter World came out, and everyone made a big tizzy about it. You and Johnny loved it. I tried to play it with you guys and just did not. It was just Monster Hunter. I do not like those games. I've tried multiple times now, and I just do not like them. But we ended up somehow, beyond all reason, giving Monster Hunter World our Game of the Year for whatever year that was. Was that 2 years ago?
2018,
3
I
years
think.
ago? Okay. Which was the wrong decision, obviously. And then Rise came out, and you mentioned the Rise thing, and now Stories. I mean, Stories 1 was my Game of the Year, my personal Game of the Year.
And that was a 3DS game.
That was a 3DS game. It came out pretty late at the 3DS life cycle. I don't think a lot of people played it, but it was pretty good. I think what was there was solid. They made a cartoon based on it, like a Saturday morning kids cartoon for it. They put it on iOS.
Yeah.
And you could play it there, but it didn't have controller support, so you hated it when you tried to play it?
It just wasn't my thing. I might go back and see what it's like now that I'm playing this one and have fallen deeply in love with it, but so let's do this really quick. Can you just tell me what's the elevator pitch? What is this game?
This is a JRPG with Monster Hunter monsters. This is a Pokemon game, except instead of Pokemon, it's all the really cool Monster Hunter designs. You are in Monster Hunter, you are hunting monsters to kill them, to turn them into stuff. In this game, you are a rider. You form bonds with your monster that they call monsties, which is a terrible word. But yeah, this is your party that you're looking at right here, and you are able to befriend these monsters and use these monsters to fight other monsters and other things that are going on in the world.
Yeah, I read it. I can't remember where the article was, but the article made a statement that Monster Hunter Stories 2 is what Pokemon should have become a decade ago. And I love Pokemon.
Yeah.
But there's some things here that just make a lot of sense, I think, in that genre.
Yeah, I think because they don't have the burden of decades of Pokemon, that they have a little bit more leash to do more interesting things. I still think there's something there when it comes to Pokemon, that original style combat, that really turn-based combat. I enjoy that a lot. But this has some cool systems that are built on top of what feels like a pretty traditional JRPG. that I find to be just real interesting. They do some cool things with it.
Yeah, it still captures a lot of what I've come to know Monster Hunter to be, while reminding me of some of the things I love from other genres of games too, which is really really awesome.
Like aesthetically, it's very Monster Hunter. Why don't you go to the smithy so we can actually start showing off this game instead of just talking about it? But like, there is familiar Monster Hunter stuff. Like when you go and you can forge weapons and armor, those things look like the weapons and armor you would have in Monster Hunter World or Monster Hunter Rise.
I mean, very similar too. Like, I mean, I'll go back really quick, but these are two options you get in both of those games you just mentioned. Like, are you making armor or weapons? You go into it.
And it's like, oh, look, you could make that. Like, you've probably seen this kind of weapon that you could make out of Anjanath parts if you played Monster Hunter World. Like, those things are just there.
It doesn't have every weapon type, but it has a good showcasing of it. So, I mean, you got your sword and boards, you've got your greatsword, hammer, hunting horn, bow, and a gun lance.
Yeah, you're not going to find dual blades here. You're not going to find the insect glaive. But I believe hunting horn might not be new for this one. Bow is definitely new. Gun lance is definitely new.
Okay.
But I think those other four were in there. And one of the big differences between this game and the original game is this idea of switching weapons. I'm pretty sure you just picked the one weapon in Monster Hunter Stories 1, and that was kind of your weapon. And in this one, you have reason to have 3 weapons equipped at any time that you can just keep switching out because they do different kinds of damage. Yeah, you have regular swords and great swords, like you said, and those do slashing damage. Your Venom monster there, which is a great choice. That is my hammer that I'm currently using as well. That does the kind of blunt damage. So does the hunting horns, and then the gun lances and the bows do piercing damage. And those 3 types are kind of, I wouldn't say they're exactly like Pokemon because it's not necessarily rock paper scissors, but there are monsters that are weak to slashing damage, or at least they have parts that are weak to slashing damage. Similar to a normal Monster Hunter game, like, oh, you want to cut that tail off, and so you might want to use the swords for those. Whereas, you know, here's a monster that puffs up its neck and gets turns it into kind of a balloon. Well, what do you think should go for that? Well, maybe piercing damage, so you can pierce that sack that they've got, and you know, you have ways of targeting things, and then I'd love all these armor sets. There's that Basarios armor. I don't need it.
It's so good.
I have better armor than that, but it looks so fucking cool.
I mean, that's Monster Hunter. Like, that's the thing that really keeps me going is, you know, the loop in Monster Hunter. You prepare for the fight, you go to the fight, and then you capture or kill the monster and reclaim its parts, bring them back to the smithy, pay money, and make the parts. And that's here, like, that's in this game, which is...
And you're doing that in this game, except that you're also riding a Rathalos while you do it.
100%, which has been such an awesome experience. It's actually caused me to think about Monster Hunter traditional a little bit differently. Maybe you're the asshole in Monster Hunter.
Oh, you are. You absolutely are.
And so
it's a Shadow of the Colossus kind of thing. And this game is like, well, you should still murder all these monsters, but what if you were friends with like one of them?
Yep.
So this game is also problematic in ways, but Chase, they kind of get around it.
You and I are obviously gushing about this. I think it might be best. Let's just do a quick little outline of what we'd like to show on this quick look, and then we can start to check those boxes off.
Well, we showed off the smithy. I think the next thing to do is probably hatch an egg, show you how you get some monsters, and then maybe we go fight something.
Yeah, that sounds great. So this is the second village that you go to, I guess, outside of the starter one, and we're gonna come over here and talk to our Stable Paw, which Stable Paw is pretty damn cute.
Yeah, there's no Meowskiller Chef in here, unfortunately, but there are some pretty decent. I guess they're not palicos; these are felines, which are
which
similar.
Is strange. Like, why would they not be the same thing?
I couldn't tell you.
So over here at your stable, you've got and you can edit your party, like who's in your party with you. As Chase mentioned, you can hatch the egg. The rite of channeling, I'm not going to go into because there's some story stuff with that.
Yeah, and it's pretty complicated. This was also in the first game, but it's basically a way of giving new active and passive abilities to your different monsters, and it's similar to like changing their moves out in Pokemon, but it's more about giving them a bunch of bonuses that can up their attack, and those things are very customizable as you play.
So Chase, why don't you share with everybody how you get these eggs here?
Yeah, I mean we'll do that coming up here, but you can fight the monsters, and those monsters have learned to hate humans or whatever, so you fight them. But if you're able to go to a monster den and snag one of these eggs, which is a bad thing to do, but you can take the eggs and then these monsters imprint onto the monsters, and they are super tame and they love you, and then you can use them as Pokemon style monsters.
So I've got two here. Both I think are like rarer based off of what they looked like when I picked them up.
Sure, they've got some shine to them. They've got good smells.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what the point is here. So weight, it's based on weight and it's based on smell. You want heavier eggs, and you want them to smell more. Okay. Like some eggs don't have any scent at all. Some eggs are really stinky, and those are the eggs that you want. Okay. And then other eggs are light or heavy, or different places in between there. And so you're looking for heavy eggs, and you're looking for good smells. And I think one is based on stats, like, oh, this monster has better stats if it weighs more, I think. And then the other one, the smell, I think is more for the rite of channeling, those different active and passive abilities. It'll have cool. Rarer abilities, I believe.
So let's hatch these eggs here.
Hell yeah.
You get a nice little animation with it, and then it'll show you some of the initial attributes that your Monstie has.
Hey, it's a Yeon Garuga.
Which I have a quest to get a hammer from one of these.
Okay.
So on the next screen, you're going to see some of the attributes right away, what it has as far as abilities go. Mm-hmm. And
but yeah, like that's that rite of channeling board there on the top right.
Shit, sorry, I'll get this one open.
Oh, you're fine. You'll get it again here. Ooh.
Such a cool fucking monster.
It is a pretty good one.
Asarios. So, here we go.
Oh, you got a special gene. Nice.
Yeah, my first one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow color gene. This is a free bingo gene. Awesome. Because you wanted to do like 3 across, diagonal, or 3 down, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, and it's based on color, and it's also based on the symbol that's in there. So why don't you back out of this and then show just what you got there. So you've got a bingo because you've got 3 red on the right side, and there's that little fire symbol. And you have that because the rainbow one is a freebie, so you can have that work for anything. So nice. You've got that extra fire, so any fire damage you do will be, I think, 20% higher.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I might do is end up sacrificing this monster. You kind of feed monsters into other monsters using the rite of channeling. So what I would probably do is take that rainbow gene from this Basarios and put it in the center spot for a monster that you really like. So then you can have that bingo in the middle and get a ton of... Yeah, just get a ton of big bonuses.
Very good. So once you hatch your eggs, you can see everything. This is currently my stable. And you can see if you have anything as favorites, power level, speed, technical, that's kind of your rock, paper, scissors, and we'll get into that here in a second.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a stable. And that's the whole workflow or loop, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Why don't we go and get a new egg? Let's go to a monster den, fight a couple things, grab a new egg, and show the people how to do this. Right now you have a quest to leave the village, and you're actually not too far behind me. I'm at that next village, and you have a quest that can get you there. But you don't want to take it because you lose your sidekick right now if you end up taking that. So don't do that.
Any place that you think we should go that's on the map here?
Yeah, why don't you go to the Highlands?
Okay. And then any preference on day or night?
Yeah, let's keep it afternoon just so people can see a little bit better.
Sure.
You'll get a slightly different group of monsters between afternoon and evening, and sometimes you'll get specific quests that will want you to find monsters, but they're only available in the day or they're only available in the evening. So you've got your little Rathian there, or Rathalos there. He's got some weird wings, and that's part of the story. And then behind you, that's your kind of sidekick friend for this part of the story. They do this. I don't believe was in the first game, but they do a kind of Paper Mario Origami King on you, where it seems like you just get new friends at different times in the story, which is kind of fun, just to see some different monsters, see how different people attack. They all have different weapons and things. So yeah. Why don't you get into a regular fight, just something on this overworld, just so we can see a battle and then we can run in and grab a monster egg.
Let's grab one of these here.
Sure. So some monsters can become monsties and other ones can't. These monsters are, I believe the word is lame. So so you can't get one of these guys, one of these Gargwas. You can't get them for your team. But
this is probably a bad first start.
Why would you say that?
Oh, just going into it with these two stupid little things.
You're fine. So yeah, you see you can change your weapon once, and you can also change your monster once during each turn, so you can give yourself a more advantage. You don't know what the enemy monsters will attack with, but they have tendencies, as you can kind of see on your monsters there. That red, green, and blue dot on them. They have kind of things that they tend to do. So this Royal Ludroth that you brought in, he is generally a power monster. He's gonna use more red power attacks than other attacks. He will use other attacks sometimes, but he tends to use the red ones more. And you can strategize that to try to gain advantage in this rock paper scissors idea. You can use whatever move you want. You can switch from power to speed to technical, but you want to try to match your monsty's attack and have them both be an advantage over the enemy, because then you get some pretty cool bonuses that I'm sure you might see. I'm not sure what these guys are though. They might be speed. Who knows? Oh, they don't do anything.
They just get destroyed.
Mm-hmm. So all the weapon types work a little bit differently too. You've got the gun lance on, which I think you have to win fights. Oh no, you got one. So you see you got a bullet now on your charge above your power attack, and when you get more bullets for your gun lance, you can do more powerful moves. You can also see that I believe his name's Alwyn. He's got a bow, and he can charge that bow at specific times, where he can then gain bonus attacks later.
So at the end of the fight, there is a rating that happens. S rank all the way down to, I believe, a D.
Yeah, I don't think it goes as far as E, but...
So we're up
so you get experience, here. You get some you get these kind of skill modifiers there. You got Master Hunter 450 skill finish, because you ended the match on a skill attack, and those give you those bonus points that then get you the rank, and based on your rank you get different amounts of items and different kinds of items for the thing. So you got an S rank, so you're getting all the stuff you can get, all these feathers, and some of that meat.
Absolutely.
So good for you.
Yeah, not bad. We'll keep our eyes out. There's something a little bit more intense out there, but we'll head into a den also, right? I think we'll...
Yeah. And there will be plenty of fights in the den as well. So dens are kind of all over the place. Some maps have dens. So you can see there those little cave symbols, like in the middle of the... Yeah. So some of these maps have dens that are... set. Like these are set dens that will always be in there. And then here's one you're coming up on. That's not on the map. It's not on your mini map, but it's just one that kind of randomly pops up, and you can go into any of those dens. And these dens are typically smaller, but they can be good if you just want to like dip in and grab a quick monster egg and then dip right back out.
Because you can also get some resources while you're in here. There'll be some chests sometimes, and you'll even see some of the exterior of these will be gold, and that's a rare monster den, which is really cool. Yep. I think a higher probability of finding a monster egg at that point in time.
Like generally better monsters, and then also usually you find better quality eggs in those as well.
So we got into a battle here. I was not looking for it, but turned right into this Jaggy.
Now these are interesting fights because all three of these guys fight a little bit differently, I believe, because they are three different kinds of monsters. The Jaggy on the right is a speed monster. I believe the Jagia is a power monster, and Correct. The Great Jaggy is a technical.
Correct.
So this is kind of a way where you can also see that orange line between you and the Great Jaggy that shows that the Great Jaggy is going to attack you this turn, and you can use that for some different strategy as well.
So I'm going to bring out a power. I'm going to focus on the Great one and see what I can do there.
Well, you can, but it looks like your monster has decided he wants to attack the Jagia instead. What you can do, you can go to your skills.
Yeah.
And you can, so you see on the bottom left, you know this, but the viewers might not. Like above those three hearts, you have that blue orb that will slowly power up as you do attacks and your monster does attacks. But you're able to tell your monster to do some specific things using that skill. So you actually went down to skills. That's stuff that you can do. Go down to Monsty. Sorry.
It's all right.
And now you can tell your Monsty what to do. If you have enough of that gauge filled, you can tell him what to do and tell him who to fight, more importantly. So I would go to... actually, back out. Do the maximum claw smash, and then have him do it to the Great Jaggy, and now you're both doing power attacks to that Jaggy.
Yeah. Then I will fight with power there. And I want to switch out my weapon really quick, though.
You do. This is one of the things I don't like. You have to target the enemy before you can see what's good and not against them, and you also have to attack them before with that weapon type to know. I think it just slows down the combat a little bit to not be able to quickly tell that. Like, you had to go into that menu and then back out of that menu and then go back into that menu again to do that attack, and that was kind of lame.
Whoa, we got knocked down.
Yeah, I think the bear just randomly is able to get knocked down, which is really dumb.
Yeah,
I don't like using the bear very much because when you're knocked down like that, any attack against you is an automatic critical.
Absolutely.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's not good. It's good when you're the one doing it. Terrible whenever you're up against it. So yeah, right there, critical
he's just
hit.
Getting wrecked.
Yeah, if he gets hit here, he's gonna be knocked out.
Oh no! Yeah, you lost a heart off of that. So you have these 3 hearts, and basically you go back to full health every time you lose one of those hearts. But if you lose all 3 of your hearts, or if your co-op partner, in this sense, loses all 3 of his hearts, you game over and you get sent back to the village, Pokemon style. There are also these random minigames that kind of show up at different times. I don't think there's a way to tell when they're happening.
No.
But they're all pretty easy. It's either just smash the A button or rotate the right stick. They're generally not too hard.
See if we can get another big hit here.
Oh, he switched up. He's using a speed attack.
Yeah.
He's going to beat you. He went against his tendency. That's lame.
Hey, that's the game. That's Monster Hunter, baby.
That is Monster Hunter, that's for sure.
One of the things that I think is pretty cool too is just like, for me playing the other Monster Hunter games, I do know, like, oh wow, like I know that this monster is a bit more of a powerhouse. It's probably going to be.
You know what You're right. Sorry. You know what it is, Bobby? I think it's that maximum claw smash.
Yeah.
Maybe that skill makes it
puts
get
you
knocked down because it's such a powerful attack to begin with. That might be it.
Yeah, I think
Still,
you're right.
that's pretty lame.
Yeah.
Oh man, he switched up to speed again. Actually, is his face red? Extra red?
It is.
Yeah, it is. So when that happens, when the monster quote unquote gets really angry, it switches up its attack. It switches up its tendency. So now it's definitely going for speed all the time, which actually is perfect because your monster just decided to do technical out of nowhere.
Right.
So now you can take advantage of that.
Here we go.
And you got your big double attack, which does a ton of damage. And most importantly, not only does it do more damage, it stops the enemy from doing their attack at all.
Correct.
If you just are one-on-one and you win the rock, paper, scissors attack, you do more damage and they do less damage to you. But if you get the double team attack, it just doesn't attack at all. And you get free, huge damage out of the deal.
I don't think that we're going to have a very good rating here.
Probably not. Took you a lot of turns, you took a lot of damage, you lost a heart.
An A.
A is still pretty damn good.
Yeah. Huh. So yeah.
It gets to the point where you just have enough level out of things that you're just going to do more damage and you just end up doing okay.
So let's keep moving ahead here and see if we can find this A.
Yeah. Those hearts you can see on the bottom right are persistent. You have to go back to a village to heal up back all the way to full hearts. So that is kind of a way that you're not constantly just out on the field the whole time. You will eventually get some items that can regain those hearts if you really are in the thick of battle or in a long stretch where you need to get more hearts and need to keep going.
So every time you come into one of these dens, all going around the outer edges here, you're going to find materials. I always just do a quick pass by and grab these.
Totally.
Usually some pretty good stuff in here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty slow to pick up all these materials. It was in the first game, too. It's a little faster if you're on your monster. It doesn't go through the animations like using the pickaxe on the rocks or using a butterfly net to grab the insects.
All right.
Then you've got your little Naviru guy. He's a feline who, he's actually from the first game. There is some story persistence between the two games. You're actually the grandson of the original protagonist from that game. But yeah, that Naviru, he gives you that kind of... He's telling you, like, it doesn't really smell. It's really light. That's a bad egg, generally. So you'd want to usually go for another one, but you do have a risk here that monster might wake up and want to fight you. So kind of stinky, pretty good. Light as a feather, not the best, but hey, that's not bad. And it looks like you also ran out of eggs, so you have to take that one. The monster, though, is still asleep, so you're going to get away scot-free.
Look at that. We got this egg.
Yeah.
We're taking it. We're running.
And all you have to do is kind of run to this line. Yeah, there you go. And now you can just leave the den full stop. So good job. You got an egg. You did some fights.
Absolutely.
Man, this game is so dense with mechanics. It's I love it.
I do. I love it. I think it's there's something here that there's always a carrot to chase in this game.
Yeah.
Chase,
Bobby, why don't...
Yeah, what do you think?
Go ahead. I was going to say, why don't you run to the first village?
Okay.
Just so you can see a little different viewpoint than this kind of valley-ish area.
What do you think the fastest way to do that would be?
You just hit map. You were almost there. And then you hit X, catavan stands. Catavan.
Okay.
And then you can just do it right from there. You don't have to go to the stands.
Should we go here?
In the world. Yep.
Okay.
So this is the starting village.
Oh, whoops. I did that stupid Nintendo thing where I had my buttons backwards.
Where A is B and B is X and X is Y and
Yep.
up is down.
Yep.
Yep. Green is yellow.
I think it's also worth noting, Chase, that at the time of recording this, there's a very substantial demo available for this game.
Yes. It's huge. It's like 4 or 5 hours long.
Yeah. I mean, I I milked it for every inch that I could leading up to this release.
Insane. It is. This demo is longer than all of episode Yuffie for the Final Fantasy VII Remake
That's
DLC.
absolutely true. And the cool thing about that is that all of your save progress is also transferable to the full release.
Why don't you go to the board first? Just show off. Hey, you've got these subquests. You actually have some you can turn in. That's cool. So you can turn those in, get a little extra money, get a little extra experience, and get some of these items.
A few of these really quick.
These pop up over the course of the game. As the story progresses, you'll get more of these subquests, and you can kind of take them at your own time. You can take all of them, and just once you get them done, you bring them back. And
this is absolutely a Monster Hunter thing. Like, you are constantly picking up fetch quests for people. You're grabbing more stuff as you're back at the hubs. And I think from just a smart gameplay, always have your quests loaded up. Like, you can take as many as you want. And let's see.
Before you do that, why don't you go? There was a woman. There was some person
that had a quest.
That had a quest. So not only do you have people or have things to do on the quest board, you also will sometimes get characters in villages that have different quests for you. So,
and you can find them on your map too. They'll show up as blue, like this one here.
Yeah. I think that kind of aqua blue means that you haven't taken them yet. A lighter blue means that you have taken it and haven't finished it. And then I can't remember what the color is if you have what they need. Maybe it's like a dark blue.
All right, we've got the quest picked up. Oh, this is one thing I do want to show off.
Sure.
There's a really cool vendor that uses a sub-currency in the game that you find by going into a very specific type of den. And in that monster den, you can find an egg, but you also find chests that have bottle caps. And in doing so, there's usually items that are a couple steps ahead of where you're at in the game that allow you to grab some. So like that venom monster that I'm currently using was an item that I grabbed from here. So I picked this one up during the demo, and then I grabbed this other one here. And
I think I just found that monster that needs the parts for that. So you can't upgrade it until you get more of those parts. But even that base version is really, really good, especially where you are in the game at this point.
One of the other things too that I expanded my stable. So I grabbed that so I can hold more of the monsties there. But there's some different things here too. These are combos.
Yeah, new haircuts for your character, some outfits, lots of cool stuff. So the outfits, even though you have your different armor sets, you can also have what's called layered armor, which is similar from Monster Hunter World, I believe.
It is.
Like, this is the armor that shows even if you're wearing different armor. Like, this is the cosmetic armor versus the armor that you're actually wearing. And you're wearing that right now, I believe, right? This outfit is a...
That's the outfit from Monster Hunter Rise. So if you have a save file on your Switch for Monster Hunter Rise, you automatically unlock this layered armor that you can equip in the game, which I think is really cool. It's the only
thing that makes me wish I played Monster Hunter Rise.
I was going to say, there was a demo for that at some point in time. I wonder if that has a save file or anything there that would come over.
I doubt it, but why don't you hatch this egg, see what it is?
Yeah.
While you're here. You got an herbivore egg, so I bet this is not an Aptonath or Aptonoth. I bet it's the ankylosaur looking one. Yep. Look,
that cool
Chase
little thing.
Just started playing Monster Hunter Stories, Bobby.
I say let's get Chase in this party with me.
Yeah. He seems like a cool guy.
I like Chase.
Who wouldn't?
Now, I've not done anything with the multiplayer here.
Yeah, neither have I.
So I think that was done here.
Yes.
So Monster Hunter's notoriously bad at co-op.
Uh-huh.
And Nintendo, even worse. Let's see how it is here.
Sure.
Rider cards. Okay, that's like your monster card from the regular Monster Hunter story or Monster Hunter series. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'll send my current art. Co-op quests.
Yeah. I think we want the left there, like the smiley icon. That's going to be friends, since we're friends, right?
Yep. Multiplayer setup.
I think you just hit the. Yeah, just do hit A on co-op quests.
Okay.
And now, pick whichever one you want. Why don't we? Whichever one you want. I don't care.
Let's do a
We
Rathian.
probably can't beat the Rathian.
Okay.
I bet we can't beat the Rathian.
Let's do an Anjanath then.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, if I go to co-op quests, do I see yours somewhere? It probably would have been smart to do. Okay, here's a Seeking Anjanath. Got it. I hate this party. Why do I have this party? I don't want this party. Screw it. We'll do it. Anjanath's a power thing, and the worst monster I have here is my speed one, unfortunately. So,
Oh boy.
we'll deal with that.
FaZe is attempting to join. Okay, you did it. We're in.
Can you see me? Am I somewhere around here?
Potentially.
Oh, that's just like a waiting room?
Yeah, just a little hub. Hey, look
Okay,
at
there
us.
I am. On my Pookie.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so this is like a den. We could fight this. Let's fight this Aptonoth. Or
Yeah.
Aptonoth, or whatever it is.
Oh, it's cool that it does this ring around it. Let me know that you're trying to
Yeah.
hit. That's neat.
So I could fight that solo, maybe? It does have surprise attacks for either side.
Look at your bow.
Right? Yeah, I just got this bow. It's pretty nice.
Looks nice. Okay, I'm just gonna go with power.
Yeah, for back attacks, you can kind of do whatever.
Let me just switch over to this really quick, and then we'll do a back attack.
Got the Pookie sword. I like that.
Yeah, it's a good looking sword. Have you been upgrading any of your weapons?
Oh yeah.
I should probably do more of that.
Oh, absolutely. You should upgrade as much stuff as possible. It just makes it way better.
Look at that. Look at
So that
those
was pretty easy. No
Some-
problem there.
cool dudes, if you ask me. I wonder how it does the loot for us.
I think I got different loot than you. I got like a small monster bone somewhere in there. So
Okay.
it looks like it's just different for each person.
All right. This is pretty cool.
This does seem pretty neat.
I'm guessing that this wasn't a thing in the first one.
No. And it doesn't look like there's a way for me to change my monsties while I'm here.
I think that was the thing that we had to set up before.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do that. So unfortunately, I've got this Velocidrome where I'd much prefer my Rathian.
Absolutely. So we have...
Ooh, you got a Nargacuga. That's a great one.
Hell yeah.
Awesome speed one. So we can just grab some of these chests. Potions, not bad. Another chest over here.
Must have missed it.
And every monstie has a different ability. My Pookie can roar, and I think it scares away other monsters. Your Nargacuga has an amazing stealth ability.
Oh yeah. There it is.
Yeah, and now you can get easy back attacks on monsters because they won't see you coming. That's a very useful one. It can also just get you through a hard place that you don't want to do a fight in.
Yep, it's really neat. It's a cool idea in this overworld here.
Why don't we just get to the Anjanath?
Yeah, that sounds great.
And I guess we're each gonna get parts for the Anjanath.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I could. I got a sword I want to build and some armor.
We've only fought one Anjanath in the game. It's a sortie mission.
Yep.
Although I did happen to hatch one. I do not know how. I was not
really?
in an Anjanath den, so I have an Anjanath now. The problem is I already have some very good power monsties, so I really don't need it. What the hell is this thing? Oh, we had to go the other way.
And there's no trading of monsties, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope, you gotta get them honest. Get out of here. Oh, this is the wrong way too. Sorry, we want to go this way. Go away!
Can't see me. I'm all John Cena right now.
Ah, very nice. Wait, is this... Why do I keep going the wrong way? Bobby! What's wrong with me? Here, it is this way. We had to go down.
Got it.
Ugh.
Hey, we're learning. We're learning. First time doing this.
Okay, this roar is pretty good. I've never really used it before, but it's very nice.
I wish that you could activate the chest from either side, but I understand why you couldn't.
Yeah. Like, you kind of always want to be on your monstie, but it also makes it real easy to just run over something that you definitely wouldn't run over if you had your regular guy just off your monstie. So I don't have a monstie yet that can do this, but you're able to climb up these vines if you have the correct monster for it.
Yeah.
Other monsties can jump over gaps. Others can swim. Some apparently can even fly. We haven't unlocked that ability to do that on some of ours yet, but that is something that is potentially possible.
You definitely want to look at that when you're building out your party, too. For sure.
Here we go. Yeah, that's actually one of the unfortunate things is I have some... Wait a minute, is that a thing you can fight? Yeah, it is. Sorry. I forgot that you could fight those things. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I can't use my Anjanath, because it has Roar, and I don't need Roar. I do need the ability to swim with my Royal Ludroth, and I need the ability... and you have to keep your Rathalos in your party, because he's a very story-driven thing. So he's coming at you.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't give a shit about my roar.
I'm gonna see if I can get a back attack on him being invisible.
Okay.
I think I got it.
I'm in.
Nope.
Nah, that's alright. So he's mostly going to be power attacks. So I need to switch my Monstie to my Velocidrome. And I cannot remember what is good against him.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Just
with
the
a
body
hammer.
right now.
Yeah, I'll start with a hammer.
Okay, I'm gonna use a sword. I love my Sentoku Reaver. It just looks like a big sushi knife.
That's awesome.
And that should be some good speed attacks.
Here we go.
Oh, that's interesting that it switches on your screen like that. Okay, swords are not good.
Okay.
Oh, he used a speed attack. Shit.
Hammers are not good.
Okay, piercing it is. Should have just stayed with my ice cold alligator.
Is that what it's called?
That is what it's called.
I really like this game.
It's pretty cool.
This is awesome that we're playing this together.
Yeah, I enjoy the tendency idea of things. Like that's kind of neat. try one of these power coating attacks. See what that does.
Okay, okay.
God, he's still going speed.
Yeah, that's really strange. Oh, damn.
All right, maybe we should switch to technicals. He is a power monster. I know that for a fact, but he seems to just be going for speed attacks. So that's
Yeah, we should switch it.
something to do. I like my Pookie anyway, so that'll be good.
Alright, I think we got a good handle on this now. And we're gonna go technical.
He still keeps fighting you.
He really likes me.
He does really like you. Okay, we got him now.
Nice.
He's going after me now, it looks like.
There you go.
Not bad. It wasn't a double attack, though. I think that's because my Pookie's trying this Venom attack. Okay, so neither of them poisoned.
Yeah, it's ineffective, which is strange because he's not. He's just flame empowered.
They might count this one as like more of like a boss thing. Oh, look at that! You can even use my Monstie as a
Hell yeah!
as one. That's nice. Okay, now he's mad.
So he'll be
I'm pretty
switching
sure
out.
I'm pretty sure he switches to power at this point. Like he doesn't seem to be a very technical monster, if you ask me.
So we should be using our speed.
Yes, you should go back to Nargacuga. Although it doesn't look like he's. Oh no, he is attacking you. Okay. There we go.
Nice. Almost got a broken part here.
Yeah. Also, we should mention that once you fill up that light blue gauge, oh, that's you. Once you fill up that light blue gauge, you can get what's called a kinship attack. You can actually go and ride your monster and be powerful, get some extra powerful attacks, and then you can also, like, you can do yours right now if you want, where you can jump on your Monstie and do a kinship attack, which is a cool attack with a lot of like cool cutscene stuff that happens.
It's
My
really
Monstie
neat.
was going to use a bad attack. It's still kind of a bad attack. Tell him to do something different. It's not going to help. Okay, it doesn't matter. He wasn't using a real attack anyway. The
There we go.
Nargacugas is so good. Look at this thing.
These are so good, man.
Hey,
Alright.
we broke apart.
Hell yeah.
And piercing is still good against his head. That's good.
Oh, he's hurting.
He's not feeling good at all. Switch back to Ossodrome here. Hopefully he wants to do a speed attack. He does.
A lot of speed happening.
Yeah, and depending on the attack that you do, you're able to, or depending on the parts that you break, I mean, you are able to knock the monster down. There it is.
Like
and now
that.
the next attacks we do are all crits. So you might want to use, now that you have full bullets, you might want to use your big special bullet attack.
Where is that one? It's this one, right?
I might even go to the next I might use burst fire. Well, wait, burst fire focuses on all enemies. No, never mind. You want? Yeah, you were right. Go back to the worm strike. Yeah.
Here we go. That's so good.
It's pretty good.
Hey,
Hey, we beat it. How about that?
Oh, and you get level progression. That's cool.
That is very nice. S ranks.
Oh my
Got all
god.
these Anjanath parts.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean the connection I wouldn't say is the best thing in the world. There were lots of hang-ups there.
Yeah.
But you know, it generally worked. You know, it's not as cool as being able to have you jump into my world and you know, just play the real game co-op, but this seems like a fun thing for us to jump into every once in a while, help somebody out.
And we get an egg.
Oh, we do get eggs. Great. Oh, cool. That's why they're giving us a minute. Nice.
Ooh, heavy. Doesn't really smell like much. And it's heavy. I'm gonna keep going. Damn
Oh,
it.
I got a shiny. Kind of stinky and light too. I'll take that one.
Yeah, that's what I had. I think my first one might have been an Anjanath. I don't think that this one is, though.
Can we run? Yeah, we can leave the den, turn in the quest. Oh, we get even more stuff for finishing the quest. That's cool.
That's great.
Exchanging rider cards. This is neat.
Yeah, this is really cool.
And that was a 2-player lobby. It said it was a 2-player lobby. I wonder if there are more. I doubt it, because you already have 4. Yeah, I bet these are all just 2-player things.
And the cool thing is that we can just grind out for those right now. Like,
We could.
get those. So,
Yeah, why don't we do that another time?
Yeah.
But, Bobby, this game rules.
yeah, this is a very dense game. It's one that we both care immensely about. Like, it's, you know, we've played a lot of things on our quick looks and on our streams that we have been really taken aback by. But as far as games that come out this year, I think that this one probably is shining the brightest right now for us here at the Casual Hour.
I think so. I think the best thing I can say about it is that you know, episode Yuffie came out pretty recently for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that was our game of the year last year. And I have played, you know, about an hour and a half of that, and then Monster Hunter Stories came out, and I dropped Yuffie like a hot rock.
Yeah.
And I think that just speaks to how amazing this game is. That, you know, new DLC came out for our favorite game last year, and I would rather play Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It's nuts to me too, because Monster Hunter Rise has gotten a lot of new content as well.
Sure. And
here I am, just gushing over what they're doing with this game. I adore this game. I'm having so much fun with it. I've put off.
And I think it's going to be a sizable adventure. Like this, we've already put a bunch of time into this. You know, probably tens of hours, and there's still quite a bit of game left here to play, and that's really exciting.
100%. So Chase, as we wrap up this quick look here, let's talk a bit about our show, the Casual Hour, and what people can expect from us. We were supposed to play this game this past Friday, but I was not feeling the best, so I think that
Neither was I.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna do some co-op grinding. Maybe by the time we do another Friday stream, we'll have more unlocked, and we can get Johnny in the mix at some point in time too, and see what that's all about. But we do quick looks like this often, so give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you like the games that we play, check out our video on demand over on twitch.tv/the Casual Hour. We got a segment called Casual Mondays, and on Wednesdays we record our podcast live. So all content on Twitch happens at 10:30 p.m. Central, And then we usually post quick looks on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the mornings on our YouTube channel. Chase, I just want to say thank you, one, for hanging out tonight, but really thank you for being persistent about this game and making it on my radar.
My pleasure. I'm glad you're enjoying it, because I am also enjoying it. You know, the frame rate, I would say, is maybe not the best on the Switch. This game is also available on the PC, so that might be a place you'd want to go. But even still, this game is just so good.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for us here at the Casual Hour and this quick look of Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin on Nintendo Switch. Take care, everybody, and we'll play more games with you soon.